Ladies and gentlemen, it's Premises 187. Himiway reached out to me and they said, Premises, can you try out our Himiway cruiser bike? And I'm not gonna lie to you, when I looked at the thumbnail pictures of the bike, I turned my nose up at it and dismissed it. It was only until one day I was scrolling back through my emails, I decided to take another look at it, and I realised I was being a bit of an idiot by dismissing the Himiway cruiser, and I'll go over why. So just looking at the sideways profile of the bike, you don't think there's much to it. It just looks like an ordinary bike, doesn't it? It was only when I looked at the other pictures of it and the specs of the Himiway cruiser that I realised we're dealing with something so much more. The other question I had was, who is Himiway? And I did a little bit of research. Turns out they've been selling bikes in America since 2019, and now they're moving to the UK to make a splash over here. Okay, I think it's time I do a bit less talking and more unboxing. Ha! We've got a box of accessories. I'm sure they're going to prove useful. This is one of the highlight features I was looking forward to seeing. 26-inch wheel, 4 inches wide. An all-terrain powerhouse this bike is going to be. Here's another standout feature for the Himiway cruiser, and that's the 48 volt 17.5 amp hour battery. Keep in mind the average e-bike on the market probably has 10 amp hours or 12 if you're lucky. Okay, if the cat gets out the way, we're going to take a look at the accessories box. You know, it always makes me smile when a manufacturer goes that one step further. The Himiway cruiser comes with full-on metal pedals. It's great to see these. Little toolkit. Quick release spindle for the front tire. We've got our power adapter here. I didn't find a UK adapter plug, so keep that in mind when you're buying one of these. And lastly, the owner's manual. I highly recommend reading through it, and I think the cat wants to check it out as well.
You are trashing my scene!
I like how they've got the little Himiway logo on there, loud and proud. And also, notice this rack is pretty tough. I reckon I could get away with putting a person on there. I'm pretty sure the manual would tell me not to, but I'm gonna give it a go later. Okay, let's take a look at this battery. You just turn the key, pull it out to the side, and there you go. We've even got a battery meter on here. It's pretty useful. Something worth pointing out here is the cells inside the battery are made by LG. So not only are you getting a big battery, but you're getting a quality battery as well. Okay, I've fully charged up the battery. I think we're ready to take to the road. Okay, we're at 31 kilometers. We've lost 1 bar of battery so far. That's a pretty good going if you ask me. Oh, and I've mostly been on high power modes, and I've actually been carrying a pillion on the back of this, so that's some heavy usage right there. Okay everybody, today I'm going to be sharing my thoughts on the Himiway Cruiser e-bike. I've had a chance to put this bike through its paces over the past few weeks, and I'm excited to share my thoughts with you. First things first, let's talk about the design of this e-bike. I really love the sleek modern look of the Cruiser. It's definitely a head turner. I receive compliments everywhere I go while riding it. One of the tremendous standout features of this bike is the ride comfort, and that's thanks to the 26-inch fat tyres combined with the front suspension. The tyres as standard on the Himiway Cruiser are the Kenda Juggernaut 26x4. One really cool feature these tyres have is the white ring around the side actually doubles as a reflector. The buttons on the Himiway Cruiser are also some of the best I've used on an e-bike. They're nice and chunky, and they're very easy to operate even if you're wearing thick gloves. Having a very strong rear rack has proven very useful over my month of using this bike. You can see the wood has weathered a little bit, but I think it adds to the charm, it adds a bit of character. We have the very tried and tested Shimano gears. Very straightforward, very easy to use. The UK version of the Himiway Cruiser comes with a 250 watt motor. The maximum speed out of the box is 24 km per hour. You can, however, unlock that to 40. The final thing I want to touch on is the battery life of this bike, and I think this is truly the greatest feature the bike has. Through my very rough testing, which involved running it at the highest power level, unlocking the speed limiter, carrying a pillion on the back and taking it off-road, I managed to get 54 miles out of this before I needed to plug it into a charger. Ladies and gentlemen, I'm going to wrap this video up giving you my very final thought on the Himiway Cruiser. If tomorrow I was to lose my motorcycle license and it was like, premises, you have to choose another mode of transport, I will absolutely be rocking the Himiway Cruiser as a replacement for my motorcycle. Thank you all very much for watching, and ride safe.